the season is here, and exciting news in Palm Springs, Palm Desert, and the Coachella Valley. Fashion Group International is holding a Tastemakers event tonight, and the Tastemakers are all about style. I'm here with Beverly Zeiss, Regional Director. And it's great to see you, Beverly.
It's great seeing you, Claudia.
And I think
always.
It's going to be a really exciting night.
I think it will be too.
So we have 3 designers that will be featuring tonight, is that right?
Well, it's actually, there's a designer, an architect, and an artist. So
Danny Heller, the mid-century photorealistic paintings that, to me, I thought they were photographs.
They look like photographs. They're amazing, yeah.
And Sofia Enriquez.
Yes.
I describe her as an artist, a muralist, a feminist, an upcycle clothing designer. Any more to add to that?
You know what? That sounds like it's all encompassing.
And
great.
Christy Hanson.
And
Christy Hanson, the architect, who's done amazing work in the Coachella Valley, both exterior, interior, I think the whole deal.
The whole deal.
So this is exciting, so it's
They're
all about fashion
very
and style.
talented people.
We're here to meet the Tastemakers, 3 talented and influential people working in the fields of art, fashion, and architecture. With Jan Zapala, there she is. Our guests will share their stories, and this is an incredible opportunity to soak in some of the knowledge of those who inspire us. But before we begin, I don't know if everybody knows about Fashion Group, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of insight into this. It's Fashion Group International. We go by FGI, and we are a group of 5,000 men and women that are members. Hard to believe that. And we're in 26 regions around the world. Our mission is to serve as a forum and a unique source of information on trends and development in the fields of fashion. And for the coming year, we're also focusing our efforts on promoting and supporting educational programs that are devoted to fashion-related businesses, predominantly in the high school arena. So we will be giving out scholarships.
Sofia Enriquez.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
Great
how are
to
you?
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sophia is like an amazing, I guess I would say, amazing artist, multi-talented, activist, feminist, educator, muralist, upcycle clothing, Es Mucho, right?
Yeah,
Es
yeah.
Mucho is her clothing line.
Yeah.
And since you're here and you actually brought a lot of your clothing, I'd love to
did.
hear about that part of what you do.
So I brought a bunch of stuff that I've found in thrift stores or people have given me, and they're all like vintage items that I wanted to upcycle and put art on it and turn them into art pieces so people don't forget about them. I find it and then I try to like bring it back to life.
Oh, that's
you know
very
what I mean?
cool.
It just has more of a history thing, and I think it works really well with the art because I'm trying to make it timeless.
Right.
So that's why that's why I do what I do.
So do you sell your apparel like around the Coachella Valley?
Kind of. I mean, I sell things at a vintage shop in El Paseo called Fine Art of Design.
Yes.
And I sell at The End in Yucca Valley.
Yeah.
And I have my own online store, SofiaEnriquez.com.
Can you tell us a little bit about like your murals that you've created? I know
yeah.
there's one called Empowerment Women in Coachella.
Yeah.
That looks like a big, amazing,
Yeah.
strong
That
endeavor.
that was my first mural, like,
Really?
ever. Yeah, up in public. So that one
Whoa.
was, yeah.
What inspired you?
Well, the women in the valley, like
Yeah.
just people in the
Yeah.
valley, like of all ages and all cultures, and how are we up, like we needed something to show us that we're here, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to paint portraits of people that you can't really identify, but you can tell that they're women. So that's why I made that one.
That's
But,
very
Yeah, I
cool.
just did one in Palm Springs called Las Dias, and it's for my aunts, and it's very auntie-like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, and I painted it with kids, so I felt like their aunt doing it.
Oh,
so
that's
it was
really cool.
It was really cool.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
great. And tell me about, you're also an educator. You're an art instructor,
teacher,
art
yeah.
teacher
Yeah.
for what?
For the YMCA.
Oh, okay,
so
great, very
I
cool.
partnered with them, and we created this like art enrichment program where I come to schools in the Palm Springs Unified School District, and I just teach them everything about art.
Well, Sofia Enriquez, it's really been great to talk to you, and
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to your presentation.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to introduce Christy Hanson of KHA Architects, the architect and designer actually behind this space, Cambria, and also you have a very well-known firm in Palm Desert. Amazing, beautiful homes, inside and outside, I would say, right? I mean, you do the architecture. Tell us about how you got started and how you came to the Coachella Valley.
Well, when I was getting ready to graduate from college, architecture school, and I lived in North Dakota, I sent letters to architects who lived in warm places, and an architect here in Palm Springs answered my letter, and so that's how I got here.
Do you have a particular style that you sort of adhere to, or an inspiration that kind of sets your sort of vibe of how you...
No, the one thing I really pride myself on is the fact that I believe that as an architect, you should be representing your client's style, not your style.
Right.
And so we do everything from ultra contemporary to very traditional, and anything in between.
Wow. So it must be interesting because you can put your head in a lot of different places. I guess you kind of it's a collaborate, not collaboration, but I would say it's a learning about who your client is and what their needs are.
For
Something
sure.
like that,
I think the biggest thing as an architect that you have to do is really listen to your client. And the way I sort of describe my process is I really just sort of take in everything that they are telling me and really things that they're not telling you, sort of things that you feel, and then you try and give them that, but more.
Right. It's just so great to meet you.
Well, thank you. It's wonderful to meet you, and I'm excited to be able to share it.
Great. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm really excited to be here with tastemaker Danny Heller.
Thank you.
Mid-century inspired, mid-century modern, photorealistic paintings that look like photographs.
All the above.
Yeah,
all the
right?
above. Yeah.
So, I don't know, your work is like, it blew me away because, of course, I'm one of those people that really think they're photographs, but I look and I look and I look and I see this texture and...
Thank you.
So,
yeah. You know, my work gets mistaken for photographs a lot. So I guess, I'll take that as a compliment because
Absolutely.
It means, I'm sort of tricking the eye.
Yeah.
You play with colors and depth and lighting and angles and all just to kind of make people think it's an actual place.
Right. And how did you actually get into this whole, not only like your art, but like just your surroundings, what you chose to depict?
I was born and raised in Los Angeles, grew up in the suburbs, and I kind of didn't think much of it at the time, but after I studied fine arts in college and then returned to the suburbs, I realized there was a culture to the sleepy tract homes, sleepy suburban streets and everything. It wasn't as dynamic as the big city of LA, but in and of itself it was its own thing. So I just started painting that, and these post-war tract homes, tiny boxes, eventually led to this more refined, high-end, mid-century modernism.
What's new on the horizon for you? Any new look and feel to what you're doing?
Currently, actually, I'm working on a big show coming up next year in Los Angeles in May, and it's going to be sort of mid-century tiki themed.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be all the great kind of tiki-centric, the carvings, the A-frame roofs, all that real fun stuff, all in that kind of mid-century vibe. And I'm just going to pour my heart and soul into it. And May 2019, it's going to be amazing.
Really looking forward. Danny Heller, thank you
Thank
so
you very much.
much.
Thanks
It's
for the
been
opportunity.
a great time spending with you, and
Thank you.
Amazing art. Thank you.